I'm standing up now. Look at that. I put the shitty webcam that I have on my blinds, and it somehow gave me better lighting quality. I wish I could tell you how that works as well. But hi, it's me, Floof, Friendly Ghost. Pleasure to see you again. I've been gone for a few weeks. Allow me to explain that. I started a job. The job wasn't good for me. My mental declined very rapidly, and without getting into too much detail, I quit that job a couple of days ago. I felt better. Then I got hired for a new job, but that doesn't start for a couple of weeks, but I'm still hired somewhere else, so that's still good. So now that I've been in a better mood, I was like, oh man, I haven't put any videos out of the Scott's email lessons thing. I need to do that, and I've missed 3 weeks, and how convenient would it be, considering that all 3 of the episodes that I missed all had the same name. I'm sorry for the wind noise in the background. I got a fan up here and the air conditioning unit back there that I stole from my dad's garage that I have to put back before he comes home, otherwise he'll mull at the fact that I'm spending too much money on electricity. I live in Southern California. Please help me. So the past 3 weeks have been called the engine room, which basically just means your plucking hand. And I specify plucking hand very specifically because left-handed people exist and right-handed people exist. And I happen to be cross-dominant, so I'm like, yes. But it just depends on the day. I actually have a lefty bass back there. It's the second one from the wall. The one on the far left is a Strat fake that I can't get rid of for the life of me. Because my grandma gave it to me. And the one to the right of that is a left-handed bass. That actually got me started in the bass guitar in general, so that's fun. I need to just wire it straight output, though, because the volume knob is kind of toast. Alright, so Engine Room Week 2. Engine Room Part 1? Week 2, Part 1 of the Engine Room series? I don't know. But that basically just had us going over things like just alternating picking. Like, he would... And that would be all we'd do. But we do it in different time signatures at different speeds, increasing speeds, and it didn't feel super boring. But the entire concept was getting right index middle, 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 I am. And then in like stuff like in 5.4, the video, which is Scott, just told us to start saying university, university, which would get us on 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4 and 5, and then you would start the next bar. So it would look like in 5.4 it would look something like this. So university, 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 university. Another big thing that from this week was hitting accents. So hitting the accents, as you can see in the university thing, the ba 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 ba, which is how I started thinking about it, just kind of in like a mental drum sounds, I guess, you know, just kind of a and yeah, that would really help hitting the accents, which I tried to, you know, just smack the fuck out of, because that's just how I play. Other than that, that was really about it for the first week of the Engine Room. Nothing too crazy. I'm kind of crash coursing this shit and just going mostly because I've lost 3 weeks of time, and I don't want these to be super long anyways. They're kind of just a general overview of what's been happening. Part 2 of the Engine Room, also known as Week 3. Don't question it. It's fine. It's fine. Week 3 had a big focus on alternating while changing strings. So the same alternating picking. So the same... But this time we're going... And really focusing on stuff like muting with your hands. So doing stuff like this, and going to this, and going to this, and going to this. And there are different kinds of like anchoring that is also just kind of muting with your right hand. Like, you know, there's the floating thumb and shit like that. Or the movable anchor, which is what I have used for the past couple of years that I've been playing the bass. So that felt really natural to me, which is... You can't see it. I don't want to hit my head on the fucking fan, which would look like this. Now, I don't put my hand on the D string too often because I'm a huge puss unless I'm actually really playing up here. So, after doing that, we would do that in different time signatures, hitting that a different amount of times. So, you know, like doing 8 per like time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. going down to a metronome. And then we would do it 4, and then 3, then 2, which was the hard one. That's not even to a metronome, and I have a hard time doing it. That sums up the entirety of week 3, which is the engine room part 2. Again, don't worry about it. Which leads us to week 4, which is engine room part 3. I'm trying. Anyway, so for the last part of the engine room, it was really about getting alternating going down, and either alternating or doing something called economy picking, which means I'm gonna have to grab the fucking stool again to show you what I mean. But it would basically mean, like, if you're alternating picking going all the way down, it would mean that going down, which is the first time we're moving our fretting hand at the same time. Isn't this exciting? We do the C major scale, right? And just go. So you kind of see how it went. Middle, index, middle, and then the next one, if you were alternating, would be index. But because of the way that I've played it and the way I found more comfortable, I would do what's called economy picking, which is if I did middle, index, middle, I would slide down to the middle again, and then do index, middle, middle, middle. You get the idea. And that was the big topic about week 4. Because alternating going up is one thing, alternating going down is really hard, but sliding down using that kind of Reiki method, that kind of rake method, which you called economy picking, not to be confused with raking, which is just, not to be confused with the rake method, really just told us to pick one, because what I realized that I was doing, and apparently is super common, is for some things, like if I were to do the fucking stool again, if I were to do the solo for Tom Sawyer, I would do it alternating, like, I've just started trying to do it like, but before I would do it, now it's in my head, but usually before I would go, and now I'm starting to do it as, that was pretty much the big idea, was getting alternating picking going down. And to pick one of those methods, you can choose either one that you want, but you had to pick one, because if you were alternating between them, then doing anything fast and your hand would get confused, and then you'd be fucked, and you would do really sloppy shit, like I do a lot of the time right now. And I want to be faster, and this is preparation for the faster stuff. So I'm gonna go do the thing and get faster. Okay? Okay. Right now I'm in week 5, which is dealing with stuff like, flying fingers is what we're dealing with right now in week 5, but that'll come Monday when I finish the week and I start the next week. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be making a video again. This video will be, oh wow, it's 10 minutes. I'm probably gonna be chopped down. So this should be like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes maybe. This should be good. This should be a good length. This should be a good length. So yeah. So week 5 will be next week, which has a bonus interview with Billy Sheehan, which should be cool. I'm actually about to go watch that right now. So it's been wonderful. Again, I'm glad to be back. Like, subscribe, comment, do the shit that makes the algorithm like me, because I want to do this. Also, there's going to be a bonus video coming Tuesday to make up for the fact that I've been gone for like a week and a half, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So to make up for lost time. So be excited for that, because it'll be a new Gear Day thing. There will be an unboxing, and I will try to see if I can make it a demo video as well, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, happy haunting. I'll see you later. Bye.